simple as this looks, this is how it works. And the more of these proteins that you have available to the skin, delivered in a way that is bioavailable to the skin, which would be, of course, in the human-derived proteins, you'll get more of this type of activity, and consequently we get more collagen and elastin, which means we get firmer, tighter, more elastic skin. We also, as you heard me mention earlier, use a full panel of antioxidants in the skincare line. So we're not relying only on these stem cell proteins for the collagen and elastin production, but we're using the other things that we've learned over the last 20 years that's important for helping to strengthen and support our skin and to help it look more youthful. So what we've done is actually taken antioxidants because they are the best source of neutralizing free radicals. Free radicals are formed, obviously, from sun exposure, stress, smoking, and air pollution. So we know that they are actually out there and dangerous. A definition of a free radical is a roaming, electrically unbalanced molecule looking to bind with healthy cells, and this is what causes the cellular and DNA damage. So normally in life, in our bodies, we have every cell, every molecule, has 2 electrons, and there's an exchange of electrons that happens throughout the body constantly. A free radical only has 1 electron, and it is the roaming electrically unbalanced molecule because it only has 1 electron. When it comes in contact with a normal molecule that has 2 electrons, it snatches an electron from the normal molecule. The free radical becomes normal, and now the normal molecule becomes the free radical. And this snatching process is what causes many of the dysfunctions within the human body, including all the autoimmune diseases and, of course, skin aging. An antioxidant has 3 electrons, so it has an electron to give up. When the free radical comes in contact with the antioxidant, it steals 1 of the electrons. Now the free radical is normal and the antioxidant is normal because it has the normal 2 electrons. This giving up of this electron is called the neutralization of free radicals, and that's why antioxidants are so important. They're important for us to ingest. They're important for us to take into our bodies to help to minimize disease and to keep our immune function strong. However, less than 1% of what you ingest ever makes it to the skin, and that's why it's critically important that we use high-potency antioxidants in our skincare in a way that the skin can accept it and to neutralize these free radicals in the skin. Primarily, most of our antioxidants are stored in the epidermis, and as we age, these deplete. So we're looking to replace these antioxidants topically to keep our skin healthy and also to keep our bodies healthy. This is our founder, Lori Nicole, and these were pictures that were taken prior to the launch of the facial serum. And you can see these pictures were actually done about 5 years ago. Lori was probably 49 years old at the time. You can see how crepey and dry the tissue is around her eyes on day 1. And after a month, you can see how her skin has become more translucent and more hydrated. And by 1 year out, you can see her skin is tight and smooth and extremely hydrated. So this is the kind of result that you can expect. And this was only from the serum and the boost cream and the scrub. We hadn't even developed the eye treatment at this point. So keep in mind, when you're using your serum, you can go ahead and use it in the eye area and place the eye product, our Elevate Eye Cream, right on top of it. This woman had rosacea, and you can see after 3 weeks on stimulation with the facial serum, the boost cream, and the scrub, how her skin is totally improved. If you look closely at her forehead in the before picture, you can see a lot of hyperpigmentation. not only do you see the redness, but you also see the skin starting to become slack. You see deep nasolabial folds, easy for me to say, and deep marionette lines. And after 3 weeks, you can see how those are totally minimized, the marionette lines especially, and that her skin color is returned to normal and the pigmentation is returned to normal. Phenomenal. I love this picture. This young woman had acne, and acne is a little longer to get a hold of. It takes about 2 months to actually get the skin to respond fully, but as you can see, she had tremendous results after about 2 months. This is with the serum, the boost cream, our gel cleanser, and the scrub, and her skin actually is tremendously improved. So now we're talking about a product that helps to minimize pigment, although it doesn't really have any tyrosinase inhibitors to say. Also one that can take care of inflammation from acne and rosacea and helps to clear the skin. This woman has just typical aging skin issues, and by the way, these are all friends of Lori Nicole. These are not professionally done photos that were done in a laboratory setting as subjects for a study. These were personal friends of hers that she gave product to and asked them to use. So again, this is a 3-week turnaround. You can see the firmness in the ocular area, underneath the eyes, in the tear trough. You can see the nasolabial area has improved considerably. The texture, tone, and translucency of her skin has been returned. So it's pretty remarkable. This was a friend of Lori's who was in a bicycle accident where her handlebars got stuck on, I believe, the trailer hitch on the back of the truck, and the driver didn't know. And this is the inner part of her arm that drug on the asphalt. This is a second-degree asphalt burn. So once the skin was healed enough where we didn't have to use Aquaphor on it anymore and you could actually use a serum, the serum was applied for 8 months. And the story from this woman is that she, when this accident happened, was planning for her daughter's wedding, and they were wearing strapless gowns, and she was distraught as she thought she would not be able to wear the gown that she had picked for her daughter's wedding. And when Lori arrived after reception, the woman waved her. This is the inside of her arm, the very soft, delicate tissue on the inside of the arm. And she was waving to Lori, and her arm was totally healed after using the facial serum to heal. So this is the healing benefits that you get from this type of treatment. This is what makes this particular facial serum great for your post-procedure use, after peels, after microdermabrasion, after laser treatments, after microneedling, because it actually speeds up the healing process and shortens any downtime. And this makes, of course, everyone happy. We did do a study where all the participants nearly were just blown away as to how their skin felt and looked. They said that they was more young. They said their skin was smoother and tighter, and so it was very visual and tactile to these people after they were on these products for 8 weeks. What we can promise you from Stemulation Skincare is that we have a scientifically proven results. We work closely with Irvine Pharma out of Irvine, California. We get a lot of our data and support from UC Davis. We actually used a third-party study and proved that everyone that participated had improvement in their skin. We are considered clean clinical. As a matter of fact, we can thank Spa Care Group for taking us to the Green Spa Network. Unless we were clean clinical, we would not have been able to be featured there. We don't use any of the parabens or petroleum-based ingredients or artificial fragrances or any of what we call the dirty dozen are contained in our products. So we are considered clean clinical, which makes us perfect for the spa environment. We are channel exclusive to the spa industry. We really believe that that's where the support needs to be. Most of your other human-derived stem cell ingredient product lines have gone medical. and we have not, and that's because our roots are in the spa industry, and we will probably be the only human-derived stem cell protein brand at iSpa, because most of them will be going to the medical spas, and so this makes us more appropriate for the spa. We have a tremendous PR team. Our PR team actually is doing a great job of getting us on television. We've done some radio interviews. We have bloggers writing about us all the time. We actually have a lot of coverage in the television show actually that's coming out soon that is basically targeted at the over 55 market. So we've done a great job at recruiting people with our PR team to actually get the word out. Now the benefit to you, of course, is that the more brand recognition